Let me check that. Live comments show up.
What do you call him? But tomorrow I'll call you back tomorrow. After church, after church. You go sleep for church.
Not for church.
Today, hold that tight. You know what he has to do. You know what he has to do. Next time, you get something like 50 people will drop here. They put the thumbnail, but it's not good. The thumbnail is sure already. 21 will start.
To go Niger Beg
I dey work, give person. I know. They like. Nigeria no gree for Nigeria say that they cannot go for Nigeria voice. Nigeria go say the man wey get sense now to play there. Yinka, walk. Your own voice, don't talk. Your own voice not talk. Just say we are starting. Just say whether you go hear yourself. Free road, Anybody where they see say Sunday on a bed, Sunday go hold him for hand like say the top. When he go fight, he start to go say.
Give me that phone.
Britain where who na party, my mother has said
All right. All right.
I can't listen to you, don't know anything. Africa does not have their own state. They don't have anything for themselves. That is what they know. Anyway, where America no allow them.
It's another edition of Bystanders at Newsstands on Flip TV, specifically the weekend edition of this program. And we are here at Ogba Newsstand to dish it out to you viewers across the globe. Still Flip TV, dishing it out to you, telling the world what we have on Nigerian papers. Flip TV, Flip TV everywhere, Flip TV. All right, let's quickly go to the Punch newspaper. Saturday Punch was Saturday Punch saying, how the news stand this morning. Nigerians in Niger beg federal government for evacuation over impending attack. Nigerians in Niger beg federal government for evacuation over impending attack. Say hosts already displaying hostility. Say hosts already displaying hostility. On to the next one, we have something on El-Rufai. How Tinubu El-Rufai ministerial deal crumbled. How Tinubu El-Rufai ministerial deal crumbled. Why DSS voided ex-Cardinal governor's initial clearance. Moving down to Saturday Vanguard newspaper this morning was Saturday Vanguard saying, Niger coup, Nigerians reject Ecowas war plan. Nigerians reject Ecowas war plan. Back National Assembly. Nigerians reject Ecowas war plan. Back National Assembly. Tell President Tinubu to tackle the petrol crisis and other woes. Say ECOWAS lacks the authority to invade sovereign nation. We're going to war be in our own national interest. That's what lawyers, activists, others are saying here. We have the genesis of problem between me and my deputy, says Obaseki. At the end of the day, Obaseki is opening up on the genesis of problem between him and his deputy. Yeah, on El-Rufai ministerial list, El-Rufai withdraws interest in ministerial appointment, gets out of the country. On El-Rufai ministerial appointment, he withdraws interest, gets out of the country. We won't go beyond this on the front pages of these papers. We have our reviewers right here to talk about all these stories, trending stories, current stories in Nigeria and outside Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Michael. Mike, don't forget I'm Raf Mbechi, but never ever forget to put Tresvant. My name is Raf, aka Tresvant. Thank you, viewers. Ogatunde Okafor. Mike has no hands on blocking your Facebook. I told you Mike will never ever. And I'm gonna just, yes. You know, sometimes something happened in this Flip TV. Why is the person blocking Ogatunde Okafor? Ogatunde Okafor is one of our prolific viewers. For more than 4 years, I know him now. I was arguing with him on Facebook. Oga Okafor was very, very pained. It pained him.
We did discuss that.
Yes. He said you block. I said no, it won't be Mike. What we need more is viewers. They are the one giving us the strength. No, you don't have time for that. And I was telling him that sometimes before you ever come, okay, they are blocking people's Facebook. Especially when Kunle started his ranting. You see, Kunle is a multi-impactful.
Raphael, you started this morning. Raphael.
See, let me tell you, Raphael, he's a multi-impactful. I got powerful that does pain. Because he's the trouble. The man is not annoyed. I said, leave Mike, leave Flip TV. Flip TV love everybody.
It's not me.
It shouldn't be you, and it can never ever be. And so, Oga Tunde Okafor, sorry, I will send you a contact. I will send his contact to you to pacify him. See, each and every viewers here matters. Yoruba, Igbo, even Oga Dunlede, even Jarek, my man, even two Niger, name them that are criticizing me here. I love all of them. Even in Tanam.
Right, let me start. Before you are throwing the question at you, let me start by greeting the viewers across the globe. Gladys Onyabo, I think this is an esteemed viewer.
Yes, Gladys has been here.
Good morning to you, Gladys. She's saying good morning to everyone here.
Good morning to you, Gladys.
Please, we can't go to war. Gladys says we can't go to war.
Yes.
Asaba,
we shouldn't.
Biafra land. Tinubu should do fast to Tinubu should do fast, so that's what Asaba is saying here. Another one from Gladys. Nigerians have gone through a lot already.
Yeah.
Let us resolve issues in our country.
Thank you. Instead of going to
delving into matters outside our
Nigeria.
Odulade is saying good morning, guys.
Yeah, Oga Odulade, Taiwo, good morning. 100 times. Keep on criticizing me. Oga Odulade is provoking me.
I don't understand.
And I like him. Oga, criticize me. This is me.
What's going on, Rafael?
Oga Odulade.
All right.
Oga Odulade, criticize me.
Let's go. Let's move forward. Okay, well done, Flip TV, for keeping us abreast of events and issues in our beloved country. Watching from Atlanta, USA, that's Gladys. Rachel Hunter, what if Niger, Mali, etc. builds a dam on the river Niger? Demand they restore their electric power to avoid Yawa tomorrow. This is from Rachel Hunter. We have many viewers commenting
already
here,
waiting for us. We barely just
program.
Too much.
We really appreciate you. There's Kingsley here from Switzerland. Good morning, my lovely people watching from Switzerland.
Good morning, Kingsley.
Good morning to you, Kingsley.
Good morning to you.
We appreciate you for always keeping it.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. We have many people talking, not voice communities. Good morning.
Voice community, my man. What about Mukaila? Mukaila Dedia.
I don't know.
Mike.
All right,
many. They plenty.
Jacob Adedeji. Good morning to you.
Udabala Dedia.
Jacob Adedeji. Good morning to you.
I also Mama Nkechi Dedia. Mama America Dedia. She has woken up now, watching us. I'm telling you.
I don't know who is Mama Nkechi.
Mike, there are plenty. Mama Nkechi, you know.
Okay, Mama Nkechi. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, viewers across the globe. We have many, viewers watching us right here at the News 10, all the way from Ogba News 10 to the world. All right, by send us at News 10 on Flip TV. Let's quickly review what we have on the front pages on this paper, the front pages of this paper.
Mike, let it kick on now.
Nigerians reject Ecowas war. Nigerians reject Ecowas war plan. Back National Assembly, we have dignitaries, we have personalities saying we don't want to go to war with Niger. Niger is our sister or maybe brother country or neighboring country.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you,
we don't
Mike.
want to go to war.
Thank you,
we want
Mike.
Peace.
Yes.
Let us apply diplomacy.
Mike,
that is what Nigerians are saying. Even Nigerians in Niger don't want war. Rafael, do you want war?
No. I want peace. I want justice. Everybody is shouting for peace. None is crying for justice. This time around, I'm crying for justice, for peace. No more war. Do you know that? War is bloodthirsty, bloodletting, blood wasting. See, let me tell you, Mike, ranging from local chiefs, Nze, Igbe, Eze, Oba, they are all saying no to war. See, from councillor, local government chairman, ministers to lawmakers in the house, everybody says no to war.
Odunlade is saying no.
Odunlade is saying no to war. Akim Olasupo, he lives in Israel. He says no to war. Solomon lives in Israel. He says no to war. Mike, let me tell you, I have close one. I live in Ikeja area of Lagos.
And you are saying
I am saying no to war. So you viewers, we love you guys. Mike, let me tell you, war is what is most, detestable thing across the globe. Because if anybody that has not fought war before, when he hears war, he will like, thank you. Tinubu has never, ever in his life experienced war. Nnamu, meaning my father. I'm teaching you Igbo. Nnamu, my father, he witnessed war. My father will be the last person to accept war with Niger. See, listen. See, war is a very nasty situation. War situation is the ugliest situation one could ever evolve himself or witness. See, during the war, people eat lizard. People eat ordinary grass. Oh, Mike, let me tell you. See, Tinubu should be thinking about developing Nigeria. Tinubu should be thinking about repairing our economy. Tinubu should be thinking about bringing down the insurgency to the zero level in the northeastern Nigeria. Tinubu should be thinking about bringing out Nnamdi Kanu out of DSS facilities so that there will be peace, security in the southeastern Nigeria. Tinubu should be thinking about repairing the West, bringing the whole West together so that Osun State will not look as if it belongs to the Adelekes. Then they came in the name of that Oyo State governor. What's his name? Makinde, my man, my Oga. The whole Oyo State will not be singing as if that man is the only person there. He should reunite everybody together. Tinubu will be thinking about national reconciliation. So that the Igbo, the Yoruba, the Jaw, the Bibio, everybody should be reasoning together. See, war is not good. We don't have enough money. Nigeria is having less than $1 billion in foreign reserve. Almighty Nigeria before. Okay? Before Tinubu thinks about going to Niger, I want to remember for him the Arab uprising. Arab uprising was orchestrated by the West. The same West stood or is standing aloof now, far away from Libya. Libya is down. Libya is crying for help. When they do what? Killed their Baba, the main man that is thinking well, reasoning well for African continent. Today, America is flying because the so-called perceived or assumed Lord of Terror is dead. The man doesn't have hand in anything terrorism. See, let me tell you.
It seems the Western world really have interest in this.
Thank you. They are jumping up because of uranium. Uranium, Californium, and
Russia
all
has interest, America has interest.
Yes.
Some other countries are also interested.
Yes.
And that is why I said Africans should be
thinking well. Africans, sorry. Let me tell you, Mike, you think well, I think well. Lucky with Yam is thinking well. Yam. See, let me tell you. See, we are thinking well. It's only the politicians that are not thinking well in Africa. Africans are thinking well, but African politicians are not thinking well. Listen to me. Right. We are all reasoning well, but politicians, because of what they will eat, they will align with their Western masters, Western hegemonies, the West, to do what? To exploit our economy, our mineral resources, to finish our public coffers. They will finish our what? External reserve, our money, our resources, our economy, thinking that the West are doing well to us. Nigerian politicians, African politicians, Libyan politicians, the whole politicians across Africa, except South Africa, Egypt, Algeria, and Morocco. Other politicians in Africa are fools. See, let me tell you, white man that is fighting for Niger today is fighting because of uranium. France is fighting against Niger. France want to be what? Stealing those uranium back to their countries. How could you allow the indexes of Nigerian exportation every year to be made known that 50% goes to you? Is it good? Are you the owner of the land? Land of Niger, does it belong to you? You are a colonial master. You have robbed that country. They have gained their independence. Go back to France and stay. French hold the whole French-speaking countries across African continent. They are in control. Senegal, Côte d'Ivoire, everywhere.
Raphael, let's move down to another story. We have a whole lot of people here, and we just need to
time. Because of time.
Yes, and it's cloudy, you know.
Yes.
Now, moving on to another story. El-Rufai, it's out of Tinubu's cabinet. After the embarrassment, and after meeting with President Tinubu, I thought El-Rufai would arrive at a very tangible conclusion with the president. But now, it's gone.
Overtake. Let me tell you, when somebody throws stone, it land on your head, bah, you shout, you swell up. Then you want to throw your own. You say, no, don't throw stone, no. Pick pancanel and throw back. Is it good? See, let me tell you, El-Rufai has never said anything good about Tinubu. I know, I dey follow it up. I've been following up. El-Rufai wanted to be president. There was a time everybody all over the world, all over Nigeria, Africa, were clamoring. El-Rufai wanted to be president. El-Rufai was romancing with Buhari. So that at the end of the day, everything will go to him. He started saying all manner of bad things against Tinubu. Now he wants Tinubu to make him minister. I'm not trying to say that Tinubu is good or that El-Rufai is good. But let me tell you, whatever a man sows, he rapes. Listen and listen good, Mike. El-Rufai was for 8 years in control of FCT. During Obasanjo, El-Rufai was in control of what? The governor of Kaduna State for 8 years. Many people were dying in Kaduna State. Indigenous, schools, students, not only farmers. El-Rufai killed over how many thousands of Kaduna indigenous for 8 years?
He killed or terrorists killed?
See, he sponsored terrorists in the southeastern Nigeria. His name was there. He sponsored herdsmen across Kaduna State. He sponsored bandits, killers from Sahel countries where his ancestors originated from. See, listen and listen good. God is paying El-Rufai back. See, El-Rufai jettisoned out of the country. You've not told them. See, El-Rufai entered jets, aircraft, and run away to another country. Maybe you didn't hear. Mike forgot to tell you. He ran away because he knows. Okay, listen, they have failed in. He has failed. They did not pick him as a minister. He's been disappointed. Wow. See, if he stays there, DSS might come against him. Or EFCC. He's afraid because Tinubu is coming after him.
Tinubu coming after him?
Yes, he must do what? Reap what he sowed.
All right, thank you so much, Raphael. Let's quickly answer.
Thank you so much.
Charles. Lucky? Sorry. Charles! Please. All right, Okokonde. Yeah. Good morning. Sorry. No, sorry. Charles Odulade is greeting you. He said, thank God Charles is looking strong. That's from Odulade. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. In Jesus' name, I love God Almighty. I thank you, I worship you, I praise you for giving us good atmosphere. I thank you for allowing Mark to allow me to speak and my colleagues allow me to speak. Father, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank you on behalf of Masin Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, IPOB, Autopilot, Sunday Bohu, Amateku. I thank you on behalf of Arewa Republic. I thank you of Odua Republic. I thank you on behalf of Russia, Putin. I thank you on behalf of Donald Trump, America. Father, be praised, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank the Father, be glorified. For all our fans all over the world, both the ones that love us and the ones that hate us, Father, be praised, be magnified. I thank the mostly Nigeria having been like Ukraine. Father, be glorified in Jesus' name. Amen. I am Mr. Bara, the new Okokonde in this Republic of Biafra. Live by Masin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Odua. Long live Republic of Arewa. Long live everyone in Jesus' name. Yeah.
You know you spent 30 minutes out of your time.
Even though I'm okay. Only the prayer I'm okay.
All right. Good morning to you, Kokonde.
Good morning, Mr. Michael.
Thanks for the prayer. Yeah. All right. After his effort, after his lobby, after the embarrassment faced, El-Rufai is out of Tinubu's cabinet.
El-Rufai is
out of Tinubu's cabinet, and he has said that he will remain private, and from his own end, he will contribute to the progress of the country. How do you feel about it?
This is why we have all of us, every woman, we have to know that no condition is permanent. No, anything can happen at any time. No condition is permanent. And the people in the government, people that hold government office, should remember this. Will teach them lesson again. Should know that the government cap, you don't wear government cap tight. You wear government cap and let it to be loose, so that anytime government will want to remove their cap, they will not pull your hair together with the cap. So anytime they don't want to remove their cap, it will be easy for you to remove your head. And they take their cap, which is what happened now. Government have taken the seat of power out of El-Rufai. And I want this one to teach every governor, every politician lesson that you can lose power at any time. And now, El-Rufai, not to be a minister or have any post again, that will make him to move with escorts, will make him to be relevant to the present government. Unless there's another thing, the appointment they will give him. And it will make him enemies, those people, he step on their tongue when he was in power, to rejoice over him. And as time goes on, if there's any no position for him to be in the corridor of power, then he will be what? Going down gradually. going down gradually. That this is why you see cabals in Nigeria. Cabals in Nigeria are those who are pushed out of power. They went and formed the clique, call themselves cabals, so that they can be able to have mouth in the governance. That's why. So El-Rufai, for him to be out from any ministerial post or any appointment in this present regime doesn't mean that the heaven will fall on earth. That's how it's supposed to be. We cannot continue in recycling. We cannot continue in recycling. There's a vibrant young people that's supposed to occupy that minister post he lost. And this to show you that in politics, what we have is personal interest. Mr. President have viewed his own personal interest and put whom he takes to replace El-Rufai. You can see that El-Rufai and the president work hand in hand since 2015. The two of them put hands together and nurture APC. When Tulumbu want to transform ACN and part of other political parties to APC, El-Rufai played much role. If we play much role to convince the Buhari to come back, you know, after 2011 election, Buhari lost to Jonathan. Buhari cried and said he cannot rule Nigeria again, and he said he had quit power. He don't want to contest again. Before they went and bring him back again in 2015, which El-Rufai played much role to convince Buhari to come out. But now it seems that it looks like things are trying to fall apart a bit.
Now, Okukunde, many are of the opinion that what the president should be tackling at this point in time is the petrol crisis, inflation, insecurity in the country, not going into war with Niger. Do you see it that way?
You see one thing, we, Nigeria going war to Niger, may not be the will of government of Nigeria. It may be the will of foreign powers pushing Nigeria to go to war so they can use Nigeria as a base. Foreign powers want to come in. They will use Nigeria as a base to launch their invasion against Niger. That's number one. Number two, Niger citizens, Niger army have some certain influence in Nigeria security. Most of Nigerian soldiers were indigenous of Niger, because they will troop in, they will come in, settle in the north, and say they are houses, they are northerners, and you recruit them into Nigerian army. The Nigerians. You recruit them into Nigerian army as a Nigerians, and the people in the north and Niger look alike, both in culture. So this will make Nigeria to have much interest to go to war, to remove the government that we said no to government of Nigeria. Because this present military government in Niger have already shown a sign that they cannot cooperate with Nigeria as the man they overthrow are cooperating with Nigeria. But petrol subsidy, I don't see this government having the heart of the masses in heart. Because if government have the interest of the masses in heart, they could first of all do the implementation of supplementary of the removal of subsidy before removing the subsidy. That put this in order. And if they have the interest of the masses in their heart, they could not have gone and job increasing the government arms body with salary increment and allowances increment, without considering the masses. If they have the masses in heart, they could first of all consider the minimum wage of the workers before implementing anything. But now, whatever they implement is what we favor them. To show that they take masses in Nigeria as robots. Short, the Nigerian citizens, the Nigerian indigenous are slaves in their own country, colonized by their own people, marginalized by their own people, intimidated by their own people, fooled by their own people.
manipulated
and maltreated by their own people. Now it's all more white men are punishing us. Our own people are punishing us. Whom we queue in the rain in the sun to vote in. We are recolonizing. They are recolonizing their people, not leading their people, not governing their people, but recolonizing their people in the name of democracy and military rule.
So you're not subscribing to going to war, right?
Anyway,
don't subscribe to that.
I don't subscribe to going to war. I don't support it. But if the government take initiation, as they have the veto power to decide, there's nothing I can do. I'm not a military man. I'm a bloody civilian. I cannot go to war. Even by my age, if I'm a military man, I cannot go to war. I will be on my retirement age. If I'm a military man, I'm on my retirement age. All I will pay, if I'm a military man, if they retire me, I will pay for them to pay me my grantees and pensions ahead. So if they're going to war, if the military are going to die, not Tulumbu will die, not senator will die, not senators will die, not the judiciary will die, not common men will die. If the military are going to die, who are the military? Who are the military? Our children, our father, our uncles, our sons, and the female daughters, our mothers are that in there.
All right, thank you so much for condemning because of.
Thank you. Yeah, because people are young. Yeah, people are here. Thank you. God bless you. I am Mr. Okpara, the new Okokondem. This is the Republic of Biafra, led by Mazen Namdekalo and his people of Biafra. Russia win the war. I support Russia. Russia win the war. Donald Trump win the 2024 election. God bless every one of us in Jesus' name. Amen.
Right.
Amen.
All right, do you have anything to say, sir?
No.
No, I understand.
Good morning.
Good morning, Charles.
Good morning,
How you
sir.
doing?
Fine, sir.
You're back and strong, right?
Gradually, I'm very, very better now.
Better. Hope you administered you took your drugs. Well.
I'm just going through whatever the doctor have said
Good.
gradually.
Drugs and prescribed. Okay. All right. Talking about the issue going on in Nigeria, Niger, it's a matter of Nigeria versus Niger now. Quite all right, it's an issue between Ecowas and Niger, but the way the world is saying it now, or Nigerians are saying it, it's between Nigeria and Niger. Many have criticized Tinubu for taking. I won't say he took the decision. It's a collective effort. It's a collective decision. Going into war with Niger. And looking at it, there was an ultimatum given to the junta, in Niger, 7-day ultimatum which expired. And at the end of the day, nothing was done. The president, Mohamed Bazoum, was not reinstated, which I believe is still going to, it's still going to be reinstated at the end of the day by God's grace. If God tarries, we'll make sure. If God tarries, we'll make sure Nigerians and Ecowas as a whole will make sure peace is restored to that nation. Nobody wants to go into war. But looking at the issue holistically as a Nigerian, what approach do you think the government of Nigeria should apply? Knowing fully well that the Western world currently are involved in this matter.
Well, good morning, our viewers. I greet you, Mr. Dennis. It's almost everybody I greet you all over the world. The answer is very, very simple, and I have to be very straightforward here. Nobody wants to go for war. If you have witnessed war before, when you ask our forefathers, people that have witnessed war, no man in his rightful senses will be able to preach to you that he wants to go for war. Even people like us that have witnessed a little bit in the north, that we have seen a little. I have seen war, let me just say little. When I was in Jos and Kaduna, I have seen little about what war is all about. I will not even advise anybody to even preach that we should go for war. My advice is that if the presidency or anybody from the House of Senate is insisting that we must go to war, let them come together within themselves and go to the war. Then we will stay back and watch them.
Yes.
Are you getting me? Because we are tired with all these things they are saying every day. We're talking about how to put a country right. In law, we say he who must come to equity must come with a clean hand. We don't even have a clean hand, and we're going to war against our neighboring nation. Now, Nigeria are more or less like our brothers. And I will say it, and I will say it time without number. A real Hausa man will never allow you to go to war with a Niger man. Now we fully aware that they share border with Katsina, Sokoto, and all these places. And you will not even allow them to go into war because of what I may call the side effects it's going to have on the life of the indigenous of most of these northern people. So anybody that is preaching war is not the best solution. You see, sometimes you look at the irony. We have we have a lot of things that has been produced from us. We brought out as one of the mineral resources that we find out from Niger, and the France are the one making use of all those things as to empower their lives. Do you know that the same France that are empowering their life, we are here in Nigeria empowering Niger as in their power, most of their powers here. Nigerians are doing that. Yeah, it's an irony and it's not fair. Do you know that if you go to Niger today, the only place that is very, very much better is their capital. Apart from their capital, nobody. These Niger people have been suffering. Democratically, they are the ones suffering in Africa. So if these people have decided that military regime is the best option for them, allow them to go into military regime. Yeah. These are people that have just decided, they come out, they went in mass, publicly, protest. They said, placards everywhere, they said they really want this. They were very, very much happy. If I'm happy that whatever is happening in Nigeria is what is good for me, if all Nigerian citizens should come out and say, what is happening in Nigeria is better for them, then I don't think there's nobody should interfere. But these people, they comes out in mass and they were very, very happy protesting that these people, this is what they want. The government, the advice I would have given to Ecowas, allow these people 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, find out if the military people will be able to develop whatever things that have been put in place. You don't have any right to interfere on what does not concern you. We have a lot of things to fight here. That is why I said, you know, he who must come to equity must come with a clean hand. You don't even how many insecurity do we have in Nigeria here? How many people are dying? Even people are dying on a daily basis here. But you are not even concerned with whatever that is happening with the citizen here. And you want to go and interfere with another man's land. The military people you want to send to Niger are the same Niger that came into Nigeria. Let me tell you, if we have 100 military people in Niger, if we have 100 people, military men in Nigeria here, 35% of them are from Niger. How many of them are Akara riders here? And then you want to tell me that, you know, when I was speaking with an outside guy, I asked him, he said, do you think that a Niger man, somebody who has just decided to come into Nigerian military and he was enrolled as a Nigerian military, will be able to go back to Nigeria and fight his brothers? He will never do that. So Tinubu should use, go in. That's, what I expected from him, even if you are nothing but, a military man will call you nothing but a bloody civilian. Go in and meet some of these military experts. They will give you more military advices on how to go about it. These people are very, very much happy with all that is happening in their country. They went out. Now, they said a lot of Nigerians that are there, that they should evacuate them back to Nigeria here, in Niger. And somebody was saying that they are crying. Niger never said they're going to kill anybody. There's never a day Niger mentioned that they're going to kill anybody in Niger. They only told you, if you should try to hit a single gun in any of their states or any of their region, then they will retaliate. So there's nothing like massively that they want to go into war with anybody. So I am disappointed with whatever move this Ecowas. Tinubu should be very, very careful, not so that people will not move him, shift him over, because most of these people that are pushing him over, at the end of the day, they will be the one to laugh at him. So let him be very, very careful.
What is happening?
Being an Ecowas president doesn't give you the right to do whatever you wish or whatever you want. There's some diploma, you use your sense, there are things you send for advice on people that are better than you. There's nothing in life than you coming on and bring down yourself so low to people who have been there before you. Ask them, how do you go about this? Everything is not all about money. There's some certain things in life that you do. You search for people's advice. Ecowas. What is the meaning of Ecowas? What is Ecowas?
And I think at this point, Tinubu needs to call the likes of
Obasanjo. I said it this morning. Obasanjo should be called on this matter. All these people, bring them in. Let's military advice.
Advice, from them. I think it's very, very, very important. Very, very important. Now let's move down to El-Rufai's story. El-Rufai withdraws interest in ministerial appointment. Gets out of the country.
Well, I I heard the news that El-Rufai said no to the ministerial appointment. It's not true, because these politicians are very, very sensitive. Let me tell you, let me be honest with you. El-Rufai, remember there was a time that people were clamoring that he's going to become the president of this country.
Yeah.
El-Rufai knew quite all right that even the House of Senate will never give assent or approval to whatever, as in the ministerial names, as in based on his name, that his name will never be approved by the House of Senate. And there's a lot of kind of charges on him. So for him to have, if you read the paper very well, he said that I am not interested on what the ministerial nominee. It's not true. El-Rufai is rightful senses, because these are the hardcore APC members. He will never allow that to happen. The reason why he's not running away is because he knows that he has failed woefully. And the members of House of Senate, most of them have decided not even to give concept to assent to. Whatever the names, based on his name that has been given by the president of this country, that his name should be included in the ministerial list. So for him to have run away, he's trying indirectly. He's not running away because he doesn't want the ministerial list. But let me tell you, whether he like it or not, his political career and ambition have been dealt with. Wow. Seriously, because this is somebody that I know very well. Insecurity ravaged the whole Kaduna state. Are you getting me? I was part of them. I was in Kaduna. I witnessed. My parents. I am not giving you an outside talk. My parents were among the victims in Kaduna. Are you getting me? And this is under the regime of this young man. And you cannot tell me that this insecurity, somebody like you, insecurity is there, ravaging almost all your this, and a lot of corruption in your state. And then you are telling me that somebody like him cannot even give approval, accept whatever nomination, a ministerial nomination that have given to him, and he wants to go to abroad and further his education. It is now that he knows that he wants to further his education abroad. These people are very, very reasonable and sensitive. They know what they are doing. The man knows that the members of House of Reps and House of Senate will never give assent to his nomination as a member as a minister.
Or maybe the president is keeping another portfolio.
That's another. Forget about portfolio.
Another,
The man politically he has failed himself. Honestly speaking, I am. You want to move abroad. You want to study. Somebody. This is a minister. We're talking about ministerial list. But sometimes I do ask myself, what happens to others? You keep on from one place to another, from one office to another, from one office, you are cycling almost everybody. This man was the former minister of FCT, from FCT for almost 8 good years during Obasanjo regime. He came back again, he became the governor for 8 good years. Now, you want to appoint him. No, what happens to most of these our young politicians that are coming up? So we should, Nigerians should wake up. Honestly speaking, I'm disappointed. Thank you very much.
Charles, very brilliant one from Charles there. All right, Lucky, Edo no be Lagos.
Edo can never be. Edo can never be.
Edo don't be now with Obaseki and Deputy.
Anyway, I will dwell on that. Let me greet my brothers first, who are watching us all the way from US, Chop and Chop, Taiwo, Dennis, a lot of people there who are at least know that Flip TV, I give them what they want, what they like. The good news, what is happening in Nigeria now. Otherwise, they're not going to hear it for NTA or hear it for other things. We give them other things, but we are giving them straight what they want to hear. And it's true.
From the grassroots?
From the street? Yes, from the street. As far as they're seeing on the feed, they're in Nigeria.
Common men?
Yes.
From the masses?
I'm telling you, direct. God bless you. I greet everybody. Now, Edo no be Lagos. My name is Lucky Yaguna, Edo no be Lagos. Go yourself.
All right, your take on what is currently going on with El-Rufai. This is someone Nigerians expected to be among the persons or the politicians who will be nominating. At the end of the day, he's nowhere to be found in Tinubu's cabinet, despite the works he did for Tinubu during the election. And from inception, Ashwaju has been planning on his ambition to become the president of the country. Where is El-Rufai now?
Actually, I listened to my brother now, Charles. What I heard that the delay is a nomination. The other one has been screened.
And I believe it has a little bit problem with DSS. A lot of petition came in against him from the state. And the DSS is trying to scream, forming the president that there's a lot of petition, including National Assembly. So everybody feel bad. Sammy has said he's going to get another country where I believe these old men who was a minister for 8 years, a governor for 8 years. Why don't you bring your son or anybody from the state to become a minister? Must it be RFI? You know what RFI did in Abuja? He tried, but he destroyed a lot of houses in Abuja. People doesn't like his face. You know what he did in Kaduna State when he was a governor? It caused a lot of controversies, which the people doesn't like. Nigeria, because usually this Islamic, Christianity, whatever religion, look at his last statement he made. So that kind of person is supposed at least pick somebody from the state and go and rest, enjoy your money. Thank God he has gone to whether it's America, I don't know. Let it be there. Let the president pick for somebody, pick somebody there. So I'm not too much a fan of RFI. After all, RFI, the kind of government, the highest debt in the north during Buhari term is Kaduna, where I checked the record. So RFI, I'm not so excited for RFI. Let it go aside. After all, Kaduna, there are more than 5 million or 10 million people. Let them pick somebody from there to replace him. That's my own
there has been warning sounded to the president, Ashwadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu, over the Niger issue. And Nigerians have condemned the president for trying to deploy military to that region. And apart from that, warnings also came that the president should be careful of the Western world, the involvement of the Western world in this crisis ongoing in Niger. Don't you think the president should heed the advice of Nigerians as a whole?
We are expecting 100 days for Tinubu now, 100 days. Tell us what he has for us. Every government, a new government that came for power, always present good thing to the Nigerian people. 100 days. How many days remain for Tinubu to come 100 days now? So what we are going to see, war, poverty, anger, hatred, it's not going to hug up for him. And it's very careful. Those who are telling you to be very careful, they know. Don't forget, if you check all these houses in Ikoyi, PI, their security, their driver, most of them are Nigerians. I'm telling you the truth. Check Abuja, they have houses. Most of these big houses in Abuja there. Government pay their bill, everything. Are you aware that Buhari bought Jeep? A lot of Jeep sent to Niger last time, Abi? The same people want to go and fight? Tinubu is a civilian, it's very careful. And I saw one video now trending. A military man telling Tinubu, you gave National Assembly for just holiday millions to go and spend. You are not giving us the minute to go and fight 200,000 naira. He should be very careful so that they will not turn back against him. Because if you want to fight Niger, don't forget, half of the north, most of their relationship with Niger.
And they say a fight against Niger is a fight against Mali.
Yes, now, those even Russia. Don't forget.
Even Russia, wow.
Let me digest. This war will become the West and the Russia. That's how it's going to be. They will start it here. For you know, Russia will start supplying weapons. America will come in. The war will become, Africa will become battleground everywhere. You can even enter Lagos everywhere. By the time they send missiles, are you getting me? Don't forget, they can get base in Niger or get base in Mali or Burkina Faso and send bomb. Who are they sending to? Are they sending to Ghana? Or they are sending to Burkina Faso or Benin? They will send it to Nigeria. Why we feel we are the giant of Africa? We are not the giant anymore. Why can we say we are the giant of feeding Nigeria, feeding Africa? We can only be giant for war. You should not try because Tinubu, nobody like him. They believe you did not win election. Now, what you're supposed to do is to make Nigeria happy with you. If Nigerians are angry with you, and a country that is angry, you can go to war. Otherwise, the Igbo will say, nothing concern me. Outside will say, nothing concern me. Will the Yoruba fight alone? Even the Yoruba don't tell you, we are hungry. Go and fight. It's your headache. You lose the war. Don't start what you cannot. Otherwise, this war will be between Russia and America and France. I'm telling you, it's not even Africa. I get me, don't forget, Nigeria, some of this Africa went to Russia to go and beg for debt forgiveness and even borrow more money from Russia. I get it. America is not happy with that. They're not happy with that. France. Don't you see? Russia is supporting Niger. Why the Africa, some of the US, UN, I can see that. As a UN go to Ukraine, if you don't take time, that Ukraine can surrender any moment now. Russia is still languishing the whole place there now. So please, Tinubu, 100 days, are you going to give us war? On your 100 days? No. You should not look yourself because you are the chairman of Ecowas. Otherwise, Ghana, Togo, they will back out when the war starts.
All right, thank you so much. Lucky.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
All right, before we go. Good morning to you, Martin.
Good morning, Mr.
Can we concentrate?
Yes, we are concentrating.
All right,
go ahead.
Yeah, quickly to what we have on the front pages of these papers. We have Nigerians in Niger beg for evacuation over impending attack. Nobody wants war. Nigerians here don't want war. Nigerians in Niger don't want war. Matthew, at this point, I think the president should just look at the two, Nigeria and Nigerians in Niger. We have Nigerians all over, and many Nigerians don't want war. Now, it's very obvious that the Western world have a special interest in this crisis, and I don't think it will go well with the African continent. It won't go well with the African continent because at the end of the day, it will turn the African continent to a battleground. Now, what advice would you give to the government? President,
I think you captured it well when you said the West have interest. Of course, they are the one beating the drum of war. And unfortunately, I don't think Africa will have what it takes to say no to the influence of the West because of their interests. Their interest is simple. It's because of the uranium deposit in that place. To answer your question directly about my advice to Africa, Ecowas and all that, the way to go is dialogue. Because I believe that life is sacrosanct. And if you embark on offensive against Niger, two things will happen. Some Ecowas troops will die, some Niger military personnel will die. And at the end of the day, life you cannot create is what you are wasting. So it's on that basis I call for more dialogue. And to the military juntas themselves, they should understand that in dialogue, you don't have all you demand for. You shift ground. Because the way it stands, if they are stiff, resolute in their position, not shifting ground, I want to tell you that the war is imminent. So that is why they need to concede in some areas. I think it's understandable that they should allow the man they ousted from power, they should release him without further delay.
But what if the man is killed at the end of the day?
If the man is killed, it will exacerbate the situation. It will worsen the situation. It will embolden ECOWAS and the world more to engage them in confrontation. So I think it will be the worst mistake they will make to kill the man. But the way it stands today, there's a coup, yes, and the man was arrested by the guard, his immediate guard, but nobody was killed. So even if you are negotiating that they should leave power, it's unlikely that anybody will be tried for war crime. But in the event of the man being executed, having been arrested, I want to tell you that as soon as they are able to defeat the military juntas, they will ensure that they will be arrested and dragged to international court of justice to be charged for war crime. So it is to their own interest that they do not kill the man. And it's for the interest of the world, our sub-region, that we do more engagements. Sanction is a good instrument in such a situation. Niger is a landlocked country. Almost everything that comes into Nigeria comes through land border. Sorry, almost everything that comes into Niger comes through Nigerian port authorities. As of 2 days ago, over 1,100 trucks carrying goods were lying along the road, waiting for clearance from Nigeria to go into Niger. It's understandable that Nigerian sanction is already hitting hard on them. And that will explain the reason we are hearing the impending attack on Nigerians. That is going to look like xenophobic attack of what we used to see in South Africa. So, and I think Nigeria as a nation, our government, need to be circumspect about this because of the safety of our citizens. One, they should have put that into consideration before maintaining their position, because the way it stands today, the Niger citizens are in solidarity with the military juntas, and that is a very precarious situation for any war if war breaks out, because the military can decide to use them as shields, and when they use that shield, it's unlikely that any civilized military globally will start shooting. So the military, or rather the world, Ecowas, need to find a way to educate, orientate the citizens of Niger to disbelieve about their belief on military rule. As long as they maintain that ideology, that war, even if you go there to win the war physically, you cannot win the peace. So you need to give them an understanding to make them believe that democracy is better than the military rule. And of course, it appears as if the democracy over there have not been giving the people good governance. Otherwise, there is no better way to say that is the reason you saw jubilation on the streets of Niger, in Miami, and every other place when the military took over. So for me, I think we should continue with the sanction for now. Though some people have argued that weaponizing electricity is not the best way to go. That may have even instigated Niger citizens against Nigerian citizens. Because I understand that Nigerian government have cut off light supply to Niger, and if that is a major source of supply, they are not getting it. Anytime they sleep, I remember that Nigerian government is the one that cut it off. They will not be happy to see any Nigerian as their neighbor. So Nigeria as a government needed to think of the safety of her own citizens in Niger before all those actions.
That's a brilliant one from you. Thank you so much. Do you have anything to say on El-Rufai's case?
I think what is happening is purely personal, because I understand there was a petition against him that has to do with security, why he held so as the governor of Kaduna State, and that he had personally withdrawn from that nomination. Perhaps because he wants to save himself of further embarrassment and he don't want himself to be a subject of controversy. But to that extent, I believe El-Rufai is somebody that has real power, that is resolute in anything he wants to do. I think he nominated someone else in his replacement. But I think Nigeria should watch out for El-Rufai. He may be eyeing something bigger. He has presidency in the future.
All right, thank you so much. That's a very great one. From Matthew.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, viewers. I greet you. Mike, how you doing? Happy weekend.
Happy weekend to you too.
Yeah, I had a very, fixed night yesterday.
Wow.
I just came back from night vigil, and all the problem we've been lamenting on here, it's not all about blaming. What are the solutions you want to provide? Right? The country is bleeding as it is. So we need not to bleed it more. What are the solutions? We can, I said something. If your leader doesn't know what to do, you show him what to do by examples. It's just like your 2-year-old child at home or 3-year-old, child at home, right? And you are misbehaving, he's trying to correct you. Daddy, this is how things supposed to be. you get ashamed of yourself. So it's not everything we come here and lamenting. But I'm so sad that we are producing extremist youths. Extremist youths that what they have in their mind, propaganda is what they believe in. And the country cannot grow like that. So even I'm not too proud to belong to the society I am there now, because we never see anything good. It's all, there are a lot of things that's been said here that can say they know nothing about what is going on. Look at the National Assembly, the Senate. The president has no power over National Assembly because they are just 3 tiers of government. It's the maladministration of the system that turned National Assembly to a rubber stamp of, because they are independent, and the president doesn't fix the salary of National Assembly. It's National Wages and Salary Commission. Those are the ones. So for you to correct the abnormality going on in this country, which is a deceptive abnormality, go and dust the constitution, right? And bring it on the book, let everybody sit down, and this constitution cannot help us, right? All this, because I don't want to start, they say barbarian, engagement. Say talking, no productivity, no production, So the way we are now, that's just, let me rest my case there so that I will start there.
Don't you think the Nigerian government should start thinking of evacuating Nigerians in Niger?
Yeah,
because if an offensive, is launched,
definitely
there will be problem.
They don't need to tell Nigeria government that. They don't need to tell them. I'm sure this week we are entering, they will start the evacuation of the Nigerians, because there was a kind of scenario then too that happens when I keep using that as a case study. Alan Katara and Gbagbo, when they had their crisis on power tussle, that Gbagbo did not want to relinquish power, that he wanted to go for third time likewise, but half of the Ivorians rejected him, while half supported him. Half of Nigerians, some supported Gbagbo, some supported Alan Katara. So it became a lot of issues for Nigeria in that era. As we are talking to you now, known Nigerians will be becoming hostile to Nigerians in that country. So definitely that is what they need to do in time. And I will tell you, Ecowas is not Tinubu that is making all this implementation decision of. It has been in their memorandum of treaty they had when ECOWAS came to be. I don't know why people just talk, they don't reason. Tinubu have no single power, say, in ECOWAS. But being they just respect Nigeria being the giant and this if they want to do any, you see, look at the box, look at the what's it called, the people in the corridor of the ECOWAS, right? They are divided likewise. But when you look at the big five belongs to the ones that want to launch attack on Niger. Who are the big five? You are talking of Ghana, you are talking of Senegal, you are talking of Guinea-Bissau, you are talking of Ivory Coast, and there's still one other country making the big five. Now tell me, did Niger has any knowledge of war that Ghana has? Did Niger has any knowledge of war Nigeria has? Did Niger has any knowledge of war Cote d'Ivoire has? I mean, there's some people will just come and talking trash for talking sake. Don't let us start misleading ourselves. And we need to gag Niger, because us we fall for Niger. That means the country, the country, what's it called, status will diminish generally. They call us the giants of Africa, and we have the all power, economical, military, population, everything. So we can't just say, don't fight war, don't fight. Why are those people causing issues? We are their brother's keeper. We supply them everything. And the international community are telling you, we Africans, you rely on Africa to survive. How you rely on the international community to survive. Even UN does not support. Do you now want to make your territory an outcast? That when there's any UN meeting, you may be sanctioned. That until you guys, embrace democracy. I mean, it's just like in the country of the blind, now one high man be king. And in the country of the kangaroo, I mean, everybody's kangaroo. I mean, so to me, we have to reason, think deep down for how do we get to where we are? And if we don't take action where we are now, we will diminish ourselves.
We need to apply wisdom.
It's wisdom, actually.
It won't
escalate. Because the guy in power,
Nigerians are against this war.
The two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs don't. Two wrongs.
Blaming Niger.
not said.
I don't know. You can see
blaming Niger.
all the youth we have now.
Telling me the Niger have what it takes.
You can see
they have war experience. The whole world condemn that war. Only Kule supporting
this one. The way you people are talking now.
Kule is saying it as it stands, the way it is.
No, Kule, we have no reason to say the Niger have what it takes to fight war.
Why you say? Why?
But can Niger fight Nigeria?
Niger cannot fight Nigeria. Nigeria cannot fight Niger as well. Niger is having their support. Niger is not fighting Nigeria. Nigeria is not fighting Niger.
Nigeria is fighting. What's that tyrant coup leader called?
Why do you call the man tyrant?
He's a tyrant.
No, the politicians are the tyrants. They are doing what is wrong. That's why the military came in.
All right, viewers across the globe. On this note, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. Michael Adekunle is my name. Behind the camera, I have David Daniel keeping it real right here behind the camera. To you viewers, join us on Monday. We really appreciate you. Join us on Monday. Keep supporting us. And to the CEO of the TV, I appreciate you. Michael Adekunle. On social media, Michael Adekunle, at Michael Timtayo Adekunle, that's platform at Michael Timtayo Adekunle. Join me there. Social media handles of the channel is right on the screen. You can also join us. That's Flip TV social media handle. You can join us. Thank you so much. Until Monday, say keep safe, keep good. Bye for now.
Military is better. Now you work in Africa. Only Western world can democracy can work.